My name is Hiromi Narita. I'm a study. Should we start again?
Very strong, yeah, very strong.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Hiromi Narita. I'm a study abroad advisor at Kirkwood Community College. Thank you so much for checking in our YouTube episode. Today I have my wonderful coworker Ramona. We're going to talk about her experience in Kazakhstan. I've never been there and I don't know many people who've been there, so I'm so excited to talk about it. Thank you so much, Ramona.
Thank you for asking me.
Yeah, so please introduce yourself first.
Okay, well, my name is Ramona Klein, and I am the Department Assistant for Global Learning. And I was a non-traditional student who graduated from Portland State University in 2019 with my major in Russian language and an almost minor in international studies.
Almost minor. I have a question about that, but...
Yeah, you can ask me. The credits were miscounted.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you can keep saying that it's
Yep.
almost minor.
Almost minor.
Yes. All right. So please tell me more about why you ended up being in Kazakhstan and how that happened.
Well, I was at Portland State University. Like I said, I was majoring in Russian language, and they have a program called the language flagship, the Russian flagship program. And I was in that program, and it's an accelerated language program. And the capstone for your senior year, you're expected to go to Kazakhstan for that year.
Oh.
It used to be Russia, but then
Okay.
when the whole Crimea thing happened, they had to move to Kazakhstan. So that's why Kazakhstan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so you can apply and get a Boren Award, which is what I got from the National Security Education Program through the Department of Defense. And others went on, they were funded other ways through other scholarships, but I applied for the Boren and I got it. And so that's how I got my academic year in Kazakhstan funded.
Wow. So you were there for the entire academic year.
9 months, yeah. August to May.
Wow. Which
Yeah.
year was it?
2018 to 2019.
Wow. So
Yeah.
pre-pandemic.
Yes, thank God, because the year after that, they had to come home halfway through the year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So how was the life like? Did
It
you
was-
stay in a dormitory? Did you have a host family?
Yeah, I had a hostess and single lady my age, and she was a fantastic cook. She's like really scrupulous about house cleaning things, so it's like, don't let any of your hair fall on the floor.
Oh, really?
But she was wonderful and fed me very well, and yeah, the culture there is different, is so different from ours.
How is it? Like, how different is it?
Well, Kazakhs are a mixture of Asiatic and Turkic
Okay.
peoples. And so they have a little bit of both kinds of culture going on. For the Asian part, they are very respectful of elders, and the nuclear family is very, very important, and
Right.
And they're somewhat reserved. And they also, they honor their ancestors, and they visit graves and things like that.
Yes.
But culturally, they're more Turkic because they're Muslim. They're culturally Muslim, but though not. Most people are not really, really observant. Like some people will drink alcohol. They're not supposed to do that. And they don't eat pork. But yeah, so it was very interesting and very different.
Wow.
Some of the people there look more Asian and some look more Turkic. But it's fascinating.
Wow. Oh, did you have any culture shock or memorable
I had a
experiences?
lot of culture shock. One of the things that you don't think about, and I didn't really want to go down this road, but I'm just going to say it. Plumbing. Plumbing is different in the U.S. than it is a lot of other countries. For example, how what public toilets are like, and for example, and whether or not what you do with the toilet paper, those kinds of things, is very different.
Right.
I knew to expect that because it was like that in Russia too, and other
Okay.
places that I've been. I think probably the biggest surprise to me was just the very, very different way of seeing the different worldview.
Okay.
Yeah, and just their culture they come from the Mongols, Mongol, Genghis Khan, and then the Turkic came along, but they were originally horsemen, and they hunted with eagles. And so the horse is a very central part of their culture, and they eat horse meat. Horses are just a big deal there.
Wow, that's so incredible to know.
Yeah.
I really don't know anything about them. So I'm so glad you're sharing. I'm so excited to know more about their culture, food, like what do they wear, like what kind of lifestyle they have. Things like that.
Well, food, one of their traditional foods is called besbarmak, and it's with horse meat and very, very tender. They use horse meat, and it's noodles that they make themselves. Everything is handmade, and onions and potatoes in it, and kind of, it's really very delicious.
Wow.
And they also make, my favorite dish that I ate there was called manti. And it's a kind of dumpling where they chop up pumpkin or they put meat in it, and and they steam the dumplings, and then you put sauce on it.
That's
really good. Yeah.
Sounds really Asian to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way they cook. Yeah.
And they drink a lot of kefir, which is ayran in the Kazakh language.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know how to imagine that, but I'm gonna have to check it later. Yeah. Wow. How about? Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's liquid yogurt, basically.
Is it kind of like what is it, like in India they drink it? I can't remember. Whenever I go to Indian curry shop, I drink it all the time, but now I cannot remember. So we can just skip that.
While we're talking about things to drink, though, they do have a couple of interesting national drinks. One is called kumis, and it's mare's milk. And the other one is shubat, and it's camel's milk. And I tried both.
How was that?
Well, it's different. It doesn't taste bad, but the camel's milk did not agree with me. So, caution.
Is it like in terms of flavor, smell? Or like
no, it's just how my body reacted.
Oh, I see.
Gave me a stomach ache.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wow, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
In Japan, we sometimes have a horse meat. So, like, it's so interesting to hear it. Like, some similarities between Japan and Kazakhstan. Yeah. Wow, thank you so much for sharing. And how was life like in terms of like, being a student? You're a student there, right?
Yeah, so I was a student at Kazakh International University Al Farabi. And so I walked from our apartment to the university every day.
Okay.
Which is great. So I was actually a student, but because of my age, everyone thought I was a professor. In Asian culture, they were very, very respectful, and I got doors open for me all the time. And in the bathroom, when there would be a line, they'd always let me cut the line. I never told them any different.
That's funny. That's nice.
Yeah,
you enjoyed it, definitely.
I did enjoy it.
Wow. And were you by yourself without your family members?
I was without my family members because the Borans normally have been awarded to younger people, and nobody that was my age had ever gotten one before. And also the fact that I was married, nobody married, to my knowledge, was ever awarded a Boran.
Wow, I see. I know, like, as I work in the study abroad field, I know that there are different phases of culture shock, like honeymoon phase where you feel like, oh my God, everything is wonderful, to like the phase that feel like, no, why did I come here?
Oh my
I
gosh,
hate
yes.
it. Did you have that kind of moment?
Oh, I did, big time, especially during the winter time. We had some things going on with my daughter-in-law's health. And I was, I thought, do I need to fly home and take care of the children? And, those kinds of things were difficult. But also my hostess and I butted heads a couple of times. And it was because I had some stomach problems during a period of time. And she was so insulted because she thought it was about her cooking.
Oh.
And so she was mad at me, and she said, "What's wrong with you?" And I said, "I don't know. I'm not a doctor."
Oh.
So that was like our big misunderstanding, our cultural moment.
Wow, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, we got it worked out before too long.
How did you come to like understanding? Because it's really difficult. I had a host family too when I was in Costa Rica. And then once I had disagreement, it was really hard to work out.
It is hard to work out.
Yeah.
And I think basically just saying, this isn't about your food, and your food is wonderful, and I'm so thankful to be here. And this is something that I'm sure will get better. And just kind of basically had to tell her, this isn't your fault.
Right. Wow. Good job. That's not easy.
No, it's not.
Wow. I'm so impressed. Yeah. And then what did you do for your capstone?
Well, it was intensive Russian language again. I had to sign a contract saying I would not speak English unless it was an emergency. So for 9 months, I only spoke English to my husband on the phone.
Yeah.
But yes, we were in classes from 9 o'clock in the morning every 5 days a week until some days we were done at 3, but then the second half we had to have an internship. And so Wednesday was internship day, so you'd go to your internship instead of classes.
Okay. What did you do for internship?
I worked as a research assistant with a group that is working on reforming disabilities, what do you call it? Disabilities treatment access in Kazakhstan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I did a lot of research for them, and I met with students and with some of their clients and talked with them a little. And I got to be a part of a psychiatric conference for some reason.
Oh, wow.
But it was interesting to say, okay, they said, do you want to attend this? And I said, well, sure. So I went, and it was very interesting.
And you did all of that in Russian, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Do you still speak some French? I mean, Russian?
I do speak Russian. I haven't practiced it. I haven't spoken it fluently in 4 years.
Wow.
So I'm forgetting a lot, but I try to read in Russian a lot.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. I'd like to learn it too.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's an interesting language.
Yes, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. So at Kirkwood, as you know, and as you work in the global learning, we promote study abroad programs, right? Do you have any message to our students? Because we have students in different, from different backgrounds, like non-traditional students like you yourself were. So if you have any message for our Kirkwood students, please share.
I do. Actually, I was thinking about this, and I think that the biggest thing to keep in mind when you study abroad is to go with an open mind. Don't go comparing everything with the way you know it or how we do it here. Just throw it all away, because you're on a different experience. You're in someone else's turf. You're in someone else's culture. And so go as a learner, go with humility, be polite.
Yeah.
Don't be a rude American. And just realize that you're there to learn.
That's right. Wow, thank you so much, Ramona. I feel like I learned more about you and Kazakhstan.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for checking out. If you're interested in studying abroad, please check our website or call and visit me in the Global Learning Office. We are located in the Iowa Hall, second floor on the main campus. Thank you so much.